Welcome back to Shemsuniverse. So today, guys, we're going to discuss the compatibility between Aries and Taurus. So this is quite an interesting one because we have two horned symbolisms here. We have Mars with Venus, a fire sign with an earth sign. So their compatibility works quite interesting. Out of a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say their compatibility is about a 6.5. They're 65% compatible. And I'm going to give you guys the reasons why. Whether it's a man-woman dynamic or same-gender dynamic, whatever it may be, the same sort of characteristics will apply, okay? So what we have is when an Aries person is a very self-initiating innovator, very much a person that starts projects. They like to survive. They want to make sure that they're very strong in their current environment that they're in. The Taurus wants that, but they want security. The Aries doesn't look for security, but the Taurus does. So what we have when you have an intimate relation between these two is that these Taurus will be turned on by the Aries initiation, their non-compromisation when it comes to getting what they want, and just their sheer willpower. The Aries will liken the Taurus their sort of aptitude towards luxury things, having nice things, their security conscious mind, their ability to really have a very good taste with life, and also their processes. So these two benefit each other in that way very, very well. Where the conflict comes in is that where Aries wants to take risks, Taurus may not necessarily want that. And if you guys don't have that good compromisation there, you guys can very easily butt heads. Reason being is you might have an Aries person with a Taurus that's saying, well, I want to start this business. I'm not 100% sure it's going to work, but let's just do it. The Taurus person is going to then say, well, I don't know if we can actually do that because of blah, 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 the economy, whatever, what have you. And then you're going to have a disagreement in that sense. So what you have to do is sort of find the common balance, find the common ground between the two, and maybe have in that sort of relation, the Taurus person setting up the processes, the budget for said business, and the Aries person making sure that that whole budget and process pushes through to our current reality. So that kind of intertwines with the business thing a bit, but that's how it sort of works. When it comes to trust, these guys work very, very well together. So with anything to do with like an intimate relation, I would say it works quite good. Aries demands a lot of loyalty and just shows of affection. The Taurus does as well. The Aries can provide the Taurus with the security that they're looking for, and the Taurus can provide the Aries with the comfort that they don't realize that they want. Aries is always on the go and going for more and more things. They're a cardinal sign, whereas Taurus is a fixed sign. So Aries is the type of person that will have a coffee like what I have right now, finish it in 20 minutes, and then just get going onto their project. The Taurus person will be the person that will have a coffee, then ask for cake after, then relax, and then get to it. So when you have an initiator like that, sometimes they burn out fast, and then the Taurus can actually complement them because they do not burn out fast. They take their time, they do things one step at a time, and then get it done. So this works very, very well for relationships. They definitely will be a hard relationship to break up. The trust there is beautiful. Their friendship works quite well as well. As long as communication works, as long as the Aries doesn't lose their temper, yell at the Taurus, do things like that. The Taurus people can be quite sensitive towards those type of things because they have Venus. You guys could work out quite well. Moving on to business. When it comes to a business setting, like I said earlier, it does work quite well if the Taurus is more so involved with the administrative parts, the organization of it, and then the Aries person that's thinking of the broader vision. It can work the other way around as well, but you guys do definitely complement each other as long as you understand who's in charge and who's playing what role. That's the most important thing with any sort of business that you have with anybody. But with these two, it's especially important because those horns will lock in, right? You have the bull with the ram. They'll literally just lock in with each other and then just battle it out. So just be very, very wary of trying to overstep boundaries with the Taurus. The Taurus really does like to have a lot of boundaries. Do not cross those boundaries in that respect. And for Taurus people, please do not try to dissuade and try to discourage the Aries person from going for their projects. Give them your piece, but if they still want to do what they want to do, then allow them to do that. And if it's something that's completely a gamble, then just walk away. For friendships, you guys can definitely work very well. The trust there is great. It's two aggressive signs, two signs that are probably one of the strongest out of all the zodiacs, to be quite honest. There's a few of the really, really powerful ones, and these two are up in the top 5. So whether it comes to friendship, business, or relation, these two work very, very well together and really provide a sort of dynamic energy that cannot be really replicated by other couples very well. So I would, like I said before, it's 65% compatible to conclude this. Reason why: intimate relations, it works pretty well, but when it comes to business, there could be some locking of horns if there's disagreements there, and both signs are quite stubborn, so just got to be careful of that. But aside from that, guys, that does conclude this video. If you have any more questions regarding this, any of your own personal spin that you want me to analyze, I definitely will. Just send me a DM on Shemsuniverse 8.0 on Instagram, or an email, shemsuniverse@hotmail.com. Or if it's just a general question you want to know, leave a comment for me under. Aside from that, guys, like, subscribe. All that's it for today, guys. Peace.